Peabody, let me just say, one of the coolest names maybe I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't want you to give away too many of your trade secrets, but can you tell the people at home how you come up with your formula on how you're going to bet and where?
Well, it's not exactly a formula, but it is an entirely quantitative system. I use basically these predictive power based on measures that are predictive of future success rather than just explanatory. So, for example, like fumbles are something that are more random than actually being able to generate yards consistently.
So basically, in layman's terms, you take all of the stuff that people argue with people about at bars and you actually make it worth their while. Money.
I try to.
$100 is what we were giving you. I was hoping the $100 would be here so that it could disappear after this segment, but it isn't. But we've got 3 games we want you to bet on today. I want you to start with Houston and Texas State. Tell you here that you made us smarter, but I just feel more stupid sitting next to you. So I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to take all of your trade secrets, and I'm going to spend your $100. Can I get that when we go to the green room?
That sounds good.
All right. Awesome. Playing with house money, Zoo.
The example, you know, the ability to protect the ball. So when they got him in the spring, he was trying to make hero plays down the field, wasn't concerned about protecting the ball. And
go, Coach. Knowing that, if you're the Steelers, how are you approaching Wentz than a guy who's trying to do a little bit too much right now?
Well, obviously for Steelers defense.
That's exactly what their linebacker Arthur Moat said. He said even our most basic defense can look really exotic, especially to a rookie quarterback who doesn't know any difference. A lot of comparisons this week because of this matchup between Carson Wentz and Ben Roethlisberger. I want you to hear from the parties that are involved about those similarities.
He'll leave the pocket, but he'll extend some plays that way. Both these guys are good players. I mean, you know, Ben is accomplished. This young kid, after 2 games, has done fairly well. 2 wins, no turnovers. That's important.
And they'll both have the dubious honor of being snubbed by the Browns, so they'll always have that in common.
You would have to throw that in there.
How dubious that is. Exactly. It kind of worked out well for both of them. You're going to be here throughout the entire... We're putting you guys to work today.
How about you, Cleveland? Okay.
Herm Edwards off camera about this. Very excited to talk about this. Seems like the Redskins are kind of changing philosophy, though, because now they're saying they're going to have Josh Norman.
Coaches have their own philosophy, but that would be the way I would go about doing it.
You think Josh Norman is elite?
In my opinion, receptions, 9 of them for touchdowns. And when he walked on to the playing field, you were eliminated. He eliminated his opponent. Didn't catch many balls. Hardly any touchdown passes were caught on.
Corner moniker began and ended with Deion Sanders.
Well, it's still in vogue. We say it a lot. I think for a corner to have a good day, if you keep an elite receiver, whoever you want to say is elite anymore, as a receiver,
has 7 picks in 5 seasons. Our very own coach Herm Edwards, 27 picks in 5 seasons. And you mentioned Deion Sanders. He had 53 picks, but in 14 seasons, Coach. So basically, you picked off quarterbacks more than Deion Sanders.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Aly Raisman joins us now here on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. It's weird. Just before we were on television, we were doing flips and things of that nature, and we decided to just stop right now. Thank you so much for joining us. You're a pleasure, truly a pleasure. So it's been a month, just about a month, since the closing ceremonies of the Olympics. What has your life been like since then?
I
know that you, speaking of being a huge sports fan, you got to meet LeBron James. What was that like?
I did. I met him about...
No one knows who you are. You walk in a room and they're very much aware of who you are. How could he not know who you are? You were the quote-unquote veteran on the team, so I don't know how you would not know that. I sleep a lot, so that might be the reason why they call you.
Yes, well, I sleep. I get I would go to sleep at 9:30 to 10 o'clock, and then I'd wake up at 7, and then I'd nap for an hour during the day. But Simone will go to sleep at midnight.
Looking forward to that?
Yes, I am. I'm taking a break right now. I did the same thing at
20.
I will be 26.
Yeah, you do. So what will be the name? Great-grandma?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, great-grandma.
26 years old, you're still a kid.
Yeah, I'll be 26 going on 90, I guess.
According to them. So I know you're from Massachusetts and you love Boston teams, so we're going to ask you a couple of things. So you watched your Patriots last night, or do you watch the games?
Okay, so we're on tour, so last night we were performing. Weird, so people have been asking me, I just keep saying I like to keep my personal life private.
That is the way to go, sister. Okay, I'm with you on that one. Then so what about this? Let's talk a little sports. So if you had to choose to hang out with the Patriots or hang out with the Celtics, what would you do?
Patriots.
Patriots all the way. All right, you don't really follow basketball.
I don't follow it as she probably doesn't remember she met me, but it was a year before the Olympics. I was like, hey, what's up? I was like, I'll see you next year in Brazil. She's like, okay, okay. She probably had no idea. She was probably like, who is this chick? But I never saw her in Brazil. But she probably thought I was crazy.
So you're like, what's up? I'll see you in Brazil.
Yeah, I was like,
boo.
what's up? I was like, see you next year.
Yeah, what's
she was
up?
just like, okay, yeah, see you in Brazil.
We're good.
Yeah, she was very, very nice. She was probably just like, who is this girl? You know, just thought I was crazy.